Hey everybody, ModelMan here, and on the bench for November 2016. It has indeed been a while. And a few of the things that were on the bench before are still here, and a few things are new as well. Some folks may recognize this pile of wood as being full-scale R2-D2 legs. They'd be correct in that assumption, and work is going on this over on Gears McTinkersome, and that's where a lot of the focus has been over the last couple months. And speaking of R2 builders, we were over at a comic convention recently, and I happened to see that Herbert Jefferson Jr. was going to be there. So it seemed appropriate to bring over this original issue Colonial Viper, and he was a really good guy to meet. And what freaking beautiful penmanship, what a gorgeous signature that is. So thanks to Mr. Jefferson for signing my original Colonial Viper, and I may just bring a few more next time we're at the same place. And sitting under that, the Jupiter 2, and over here causing some noise with the vent falling on it, the base for the Jupiter 2. It's awaiting drilling and priming. Below that, the semi-stalled Workbench Star Destroyer. Back when I was painting my red R2-D2 dome, overspray got everywhere, and it is everywhere. You don't necessarily see it until you see it, and then it's everywhere. So not only did it get here all over this model, it got all over this table. It got all over the floor. It even got over to the computer stations. So everything in here has a light mist of red all over it now. And the Workbench Star Destroyer was no more or less a victim of that. So, in order to fix all this, because I've already installed hundreds of pieces of fiber optics, I can't just spray paint all over the surface. What I need to do is actually pull all the fibers an inch or two out, tape them off in groups or one by one, repaint as much of the surface as I can, as carefully as I can, and then move on from there. So yes, it's hundreds of fibers all going to have to be pulled out, just like this right here, which is going to pull some of them out from their bases here and so on. So it's got to be nothing less than a really strategic attack on the whole thing. So that is where the Star Destroyer is sitting right now. Sitting right next to the Star Destroyer is a bit of Star Trek, which I'll get to in the next update, I imagine. And yeah, here's a good example of how much red is all over everything. And over here with the Jupiter 2, the test fit on the stairs showed me that I really need to have this surface completely finished, install the stairs, and then protect it as best as possible from all sorts of possible damage until the rest of the model gets assembled. Wow, it's definitely going to be a feat, and we'll see how it goes. So getting all this smoothed out and nice and ready for the Alclad would be nice to go through, but it's really expensive, so this is going to be getting standard Rust-Oleum silver, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is right now. I've got some 1000, some 2000 grit, going to hit it with some 600 to start. If that's not strong enough to get rid of some of the worst of this, then I'll go lower as needed, clear out all the rocket thrusters again as needed, make sure everything is patched, because this is definitely going to be it at last. Then all of these parts can go in, and this will be a completed piece. Over on the main deck itself, that's basically sitting over at the electronics station because it needs some electronics work. At this point, what I'm probably going to do, and call me crazy, is detach a lot of the wiring and rewire the entire bottom half. I wouldn't refiber optic, all that is pretty good. but the bottom deck is such a cross patch of everything that it needs to be much more simplified and condensed, and a full rewire will do it, and I think that's the path to pursue. And sitting right below it, there's a project that's coming up in the immediate future. So my last on the bench was probably just about June 2016, so July was about 3 weeks traveling overseas. August was flat out sick with pneumonia for a few weeks. September, car crash knocked me out for several weeks. And finally we're getting to late October and everything's starting to get a little better and time is more manageable. So thanks for the patience. There's more videos coming up as always, including a bunch of round 2 videos. In fact, there's a little addendum I have to add to this for this year's pseudo-annual charity auction. There's going to be about 20-30 pieces in there, and I may even just do a video especially for that. So thanks for watching. See ya. And here are a few YouTube channels that might interest you. As always, the Scale Model Addict. Scott Gervan brings you his own work, and the Scale Model Addict Forum and Scale Model Addict Magazine. Dr. Faust's The Painting Clinic. Check out Tony for miniatures and model painting. What time is it? It's Cranky time. With his lab rat Ori assistant Igor, Dr. Cranky brings you the best in rats, rods, and rust. Steve Neal's Garage with Rosie the Wonder Dog, Mary, and Xena, featuring feature film props, restorations, and scale model artistry. Scott Alexander of Atomic City Models, specializing in 2001: A Space Odyssey model recreations and a few other notable genre pieces as well. Braddock 001, whether a 1-to-1 scale Borg sleep station, droids of any make or model, or even popular superhero armor or any kind of sculpture, look to Brad Carpenter to bring it. And for the trials, tribulations, and tales of my car Red 2 and its droid lemons, check in on Gears McTinkersome. Bad Grendels for fine model work, timer chips, and electronics knowledge. The ModelManTom channel would like to thank the following for their sponsorship. Elliot Brown of Kingston Vacuum Works, featuring Fedoratron.com, lighting for extraordinary modelers. Paul at thefiberopticstore.com, now presenting the beta version of its new site, thefiberopticprojects.com, for an exceptional selection and great prices of fiber optics of all sizes and quantities. Thefiberopticstore.com. Carpenter Creations. If you can dream it, you can make it. Brad and Carpenter, science fiction artists. From full-scale Borg cubicles or droid displays of all kinds. Carpenter Creations. Steve Neal's Garage. Props and models for motion picture and discerning collectors, as well as prosthetic makeup and CG. Contact Steve through stevenealsgarage.com. Model reviews from Round 2 Models. AMT, MPC, Polar Lights, and Lindbergh. Scale Model Addict Magazine. Issue 3 now available. Issue number 4 is in the works. The Orbital Defense Engineering Commission, a 2001: A Space Odyssey specific forum for scale model kits, reviews, news, and discussion. Odec.proboards.com. More than just talk, hobbytalk.com, a forum for every hobby. And for the finest reference collection of feature film studio props and miniatures and models, Modelers, Miniatures, and Magic at modelermagic.com.